Okay, here we go. Are we drinking already?
Oh, I always take a sip.
Okay.
Ooh, it's not that bad.
It's not?
It's like I would drink this with steak.
I don't even know what it's called.
Oh, listen, how high is the alcohol? Because, the girls want to know. 14.3!
Is that good for
We
one?
could get lit on this.
Okay. Hey Gems, it's Cindyrella OG and welcome to Tipsy Tuesdays, where I invite my friends over and we just talk our shit. Like literally every other week that I've done a Tipsy Tuesday, I have never ever been at my own place.
Well, you know what? Why not though?
Because I'm moving.
But it changes up the mood.
It does change it up, and I feel like it's really cool that I get to be in the comfort zone of my guests.
Exactly.
Because that means that they will be free to tell you whatever they want.
themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So, but whenever I do move, my Tipsy Tuesday will be in my house. But I'm gonna probably just make people drink until they get ready to just say what they want to.
Exactly.
But guys, today you guys might be seeing a very, very familiar face. I mean, it's Susan! Susu in house. I said Susu in house. For those of y'all that don't know, Susan and I have been longtime friends for some years now. And she just moved to Dallas right when I'm leaving, So there's nothing wrong with that. But
She gonna be back.
I will be back. Every time I come back, I'm here. Just wants to get home, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Roland probably gonna be tired of me. He's right there, but it's okay.
Working on a video. Because we always working. Period.
Always working. That's her job, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to be talking about kind of the pros and cons about being an influencer.
Right.
More about the cons, because I feel like so many people talk about the pros already. People think that you get free shit and then that's where it ends.
Right.
Yeah, you live a lavish lifestyle. You get to buy designer every other week. Get to
I
go on all these trips.
I am a frugal queen.
Oh, so
I don't need designer every other week.
No, not at all. So it's very surface based what people think. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. But I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but today's drink of choice, we are drinking the Rosa Obscura, also from Wink. This is our third bottle. We got one more bottle from Wink to go. Okay. But yeah, so this is from California. It is a 2017 red wine blend.
14%, by the way.
14%.
For the girls that want to know,
So that means that
you
we're
will
gonna
get
be
lit.
drinking. So
It's gonna be a lit. Wait, we didn't even
clink.
clank. Okay.
That's not bad. It is dry.
I like it.
It's not horrible though.
No. It's not like
yeah, because there's a lot of red wines that are like that. I like smooth.
Yeah, it's more
red
smooth.
wines.
I would drink this with lobster, shrimp, steak, all that.
I can't afford lobster, steak, shrimp.
With your Sam's Club card,
my Costco card.
Costco. With influencing, I know a lot of people do think that we live this, beautiful world and it's simple and it's easy. How long have you been doing YouTube?
This is in December 7th. Should mark my 4th year.
Really? I've been doing it for almost 7 years.
Yeah.
So
you've been on it for a long time.
And
wait,
people think that
you're 26 right now.
Yeah.
We've been doing this since we were the same age.
Yeah, we started around. Yeah, we started around the same age.
I started when I was 19.
So I do think that people think that most influencers have overnight success, and that's a false thing.
What I always say, and I had to learn this myself, it takes years to be an overnight success.
It does.
It does.
They just see the overnight part.
Yes, because literally, you can go from getting 100 views on your videos one day to the next day having 20,000 views every single video you put out. And when I was first starting out, I thought that's exactly what I was gonna get. I thought I have 1,000 followers on Twitter.
I'm gonna get
1,000 views because everyone on Twitter fucks with me, right?
Exactly.
I be getting retweets sometimes. Exactly. So I thought I was going to get the views that I thought I deserved.
Right.
That I thought I deserved. Now I feel like whenever when we as influencers step into the game. When we first get in there, we feel very entitled. I don't know if this is how you felt. Is this how you felt?
Very
I thought I was very entitled. I thought everybody needed to send me this. I thought everyone needed to see my videos. Everyone needed to help me out. Everything like that. So you feel very, very entitled, which I will say I was very lucky to have friends that every time I put out a video, they'll retweet my stuff. Immediately they'll support my stuff.
That's really good because mine was really backwards. I didn't have anybody really support my stuff.
I had like a good solid 5.
You see,
and they had hella followers.
You see, that's but nobody supported it. Most people laughed at it, but I still kind of kept on going.
Yeah,
it was just a way for me to like create something.
And that's one thing that I feel like separates the people that are in it for like the money versus the people that are in it because like there's something that they're very passionate about.
Right.
Like for me, wow, stutters. But anyway, for me, it's a wine. But for me, I know before I even started a YouTube channel, I was very passionate about doing videos, like creating movies and stuff like that when I was younger. Like I remember I even did a whole video dressed up as Martin Luther King Jr. and my partner was my school partner. She was Indian, so I made her dress up like Gandhi. And we did like this whole music video for a project for school. So I have always been like a creative. I've always been that like creative niche. I've always or niche rather. I've always wanted to create, and I've always wanted what I create to count for something.
Exactly. I feel like most influencers would want that, but then it comes to other influencers that do kind of do it for the money. And
you get lost in the numbers sometimes.
You can get lost in the numbers. You can. And I feel like my most growth happens when I'm not paying attention. When I don't care.
When you're just doing the things that you want to do.
When you take yourself out of the stimulation. Because at the end of the day, social media is a stimulation. And granted, we are blessed to have the things that we have. But it also comes with other stuff. Like, it's hard for us to make friends. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for us to, sometimes we do want to like interact with our followers, but sometimes they come and they ask you for stuff thinking that you just live this lavish life, not knowing that you probably just had a mental breakdown yesterday. Because at the end of the day, on YouTube, we don't get paid. We don't get paid $1 per subscribers. No, we get paid by AdSense. And meaning that you get paid by AdSense, the more your video gets more views, the more money you make.
Which is why people push for subscribers.
They do.
The more subscribers you get, the more automatic views that you will tend to get based on the videos that you put out. Based on the videos that your subscribers that they want to see.
Exactly.
And we'll get to that part where we talk about like businesses and working with companies, but right now I want to touch back on what you said about making friends. I know for me, and I was telling Susan this other day that she's so lucky to be married and have her husband because I'm scared to move to another city. And to other people, it might be like, oh, you're doing too much, stuff like that. But the reality of it is, when you've been burned in the past by people,
you're gonna be so cautious.
Like I know for me, I'm not speaking about anybody in particular, but I know whenever I started, I was so lucky to have a solid group of friends that would never switch up on me, no matter how much money they thought I had,
how many followers
no matter how many followers I had. They always saw me as Cindy, not as Cindyrella OG. And I've never wanted anyone that meets me to be like, oh, that's Cindyrella OG or anything like that. I know for me personally, I know I've never put off that energy, but I know because people might have thought or have preconceived notions about me that they have that they take that approach with me, that they think I'm reserved or they think that I'm full of myself or anything like that when I really just be chilling.
But the thing about it is that, do you feel like as influencers we try to be too humble to the point that we're bringing ourselves low? And I remember I had that problem because I'm not ugly.
I know,
but I had to like also be humble because I never wanted to put out this idea of, oh, she thinks she's all that, she thinks she's too good for herself. But my problem is, why do black women always have to go through that? The other races, they could be full of themselves, they could be not humble, or they could buy a Bentley or a Birkin bag and nobody's gonna judge them. But as a black woman, let's say you go to a Chanel store and you're just like, I'm just shopping around for a birthday gift or something like that, automatically it's like, oh my gosh, she must think she's all that. And then you have to like push humility because you don't want people to think that you're full of yourself.
And then when you push humility,
people take advantage. They're gonna try to use you.
They'll think that you're not authentic because of that, and it's just it's horrible. And I think that's the fear that I have in making friends, because it's like you don't know who's authentic. And I talked about this in my old vlog, or not my old vlog, in the video I did with Ashley. I've talked about how I get even scared to talk to men because as soon as they find out what I do,
they start to question you.
Not even question me, because I wish a guy would question me, stick around long enough to question me. Now, it's, can you help me with my YouTube channel? I've always wanted to do that. Help me build me up. Show me out on Instagram.
No, those are the guys that are trying to get to know.
Exactly, and I don't want that to spill over into my friendships.
Right.
That's why it's been kind of easier to, like, the new friends that I've made
have been social media people.
Me
too.
And people that have no idea what I do.
Exactly.
Like, that's the only time.
Or people that have been there before you became who you
are. Exactly.
Right.
So any new friends I've made have.
You have to be cautious.
Yeah, you gotta really.
You're
be
very
cautious.
like with me. I'm super cautious now, and I'm glad that I went through everything that I went through when it came to friends at the age that I did, because it helped me now. Like, moving forward, I'm a little more reserved, and if I don't have to be somewhere, I don't really trip too much about it. Or if I don't have to make new friends, I don't really trip too much about it, because I've learned from past mistakes when it comes to friends. And because of your accolades, or because of who you are, let's say you are different creative than somebody else. Yeah. Sometimes they tend to kind of steal from you. You know that? You know when you have like big influencer friends, that's another thing to be cautious of. When you're like still a micro influencer and you're still building up, there's some influencers that you be like, damn, they want to be my friend, even though they have numbers like that, only to find out that they're just trying to like take a piece of your authenticness out of you. And I feel like that's another con of making friends, because you have to be careful also with the influencer friends you're making. Yeah. Because how do you know which one is genuine? Yeah. You know? Because everybody's basically everyone's trying to get up. Yeah. They're trying to climb up.
And that's when I feel like it's very important to notice the signs. Because there are signs of like who's really there because they want to see you win. Yeah, like, because I feel like there's always room for everybody at the top.
I do believe so. I feel like there's
always, and it's one thing to take ideas from people and stuff like that. Yeah. But where I see is kind of like it backfires is like kind of on the audience. Yeah. The audience cannot see what's going on. Yeah, exactly. Right. Cannot see exactly what's going on behind
the scene.
Behind the
Once
screen.
The camera's off, you guys don't. Most of y'all don't know what's going on. The audience doesn't really know much once the camera is off. So then you just have to be careful. That I feel like that's one of the cons about being an influencer. It's like the friendship thing, and I feel like that was why I didn't want to move to LA. Because me as a person, I'm very like authentic, and I love on people really, really hard. And when you're that way and you move to a place like LA where everybody is more so superficial and more so like,
you're not lying.
It's the truth. Let's call the spade a spade. Yeah. Most people are like superficial, very like, oh, you don't have, who do you know? Like, what can you do for me? And then that kind of messes up your mental health, because in a couple of years, do we really think like influencing is gonna be as high as it is right now?
There's always a new fad that comes around. Yeah, there's always something. But that is very funny to me, because being an influencer is becoming the new way of being a celebrity. Yeah, in a sense. I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity by any means.
But I mean, once you know, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like people that have millions and millions of subscribers and followers, they are like celebrities in a sense. People recognize them every time they go out. I know I was watching a vlog, or DK4L, they're doing, or DR and Ken, they're doing more videos where they go out, right? And they're showing that like a lot of people recognize them as soon as they go out. Right. So it's very interesting to see, because I know
they're like celebrities. They have so many followers.
Yeah, they have a lot of followers. Millions of followers. I don't know if I ever want to get to that point.
That's a lot.
Mainly because of not because of the people that adore you, but more the people that hate you.
They hate. That's another thing. They hate. Oh my god.
Like,
do you know anytime I gotta kick somebody off? And then that's the thing. The hood Susan come out, and I tell bitches to get the fuck off my live. Oh. And they don't be liking that. And then they try to say, "But I didn't. But I was just complimenting." No, you shut the fuck up and get off the live. Excuse my language for any. This is grown. This is Tipsy Tuesday. This is grown folk conversation.
Yes, it is.
Sometimes bitches, you will not address me in real life. So it's like, if you're not going to address me in real life, then they're not even checking me. He's like, calm down. But honestly, if you're not gonna check me in real life, why sit there? I've never been a person to sit there and I'll like something and sit my ass on a computer and be like, oh, that's why your legs front look like that. I just could never, because do you comment negative stuff on me?
I've never done that. I really don't see the appeal in it, but at the same time, I know everyone has a right to speak about what they want to speak about, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes you could feel the hate.
I don't think people understand the gravity of their words whenever
you think so?
I think they don't. I think they think that because you put yourself on a wide platform, that A, you should be able to handle whatever we throw at you, and B, everything that you do is a part of our lives now because you gave it to us.
Oh, not just block Kiana.
Yeah, I wish I could block everybody that asks me about my personal relationships, my personal friendships.
Oh yeah, no, I don't mind. I just most of the time
that I do mind about.
I ignore it.
I want to ignore, but it's like when you see 50 people asking about the same thing every day.
Oh, you just
it becomes really trying, and
then you do fall into
see people talk about their own theories about why you maybe fell out with a friend, or why you broke up with a boyfriend and stuff like that.
And you wanna
correct them. You wanna defend yourself. You wanna defend your honor. But at the same time, it's like if I do this, it's gonna bring more attention to it, and it's gonna bring more drama that I do not need. I try to live a quiet life. Besides my YouTube channel, like my life is pretty quiet. I don't really have any drama or anything like that. I really be chilling.
I love drama-free life.
Yeah, I love it too. It's very, like, you know, it can get kind of boring and lonely sometimes.
No, but it's the best.
But it's the best. I'd rather that over having drama every day because I've had the latter and I don't want that.
No, the drama, I do not. Oh my goodness. And that was one thing that I wanted to do last year. I had a group of friends that I was, you know, friends with. And I'm sorry, Blue.
No, you're good.
And the drama was a lot. And my spirit is very, very strong. So I can always sense when people are talking shit about me.
Oh, me too.
I can always sense when bitches is being shady. I can always sense it. And normally I would keep that friend around, but then that comes with strength and self-love. I cut that shit off because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna compromise myself for the sake of friends. So that was one thing that I wanted to make sure I didn't bring into the new year. And if anybody, like people will come in my life and be like, what happened to you and this person? What happened to you and that person? It's none of your damn business. That's what the hell happened.
Yeah.
It's really none of your business. Because at the end of the day, her truth and my truth are different. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I could feel like I'm right and she could feel like she's right.
I always say that, like, no one is actually a bad person. Everyone just has different perspectives.
Exactly.
And just because, you know, this person's perspective might not be yours, it doesn't mean that it's the right one or the wrong one.
Exactly.
But I do have to say there are some decisions that people make that are not the wisest decisions. That they, like, people sometimes make decisions that benefit them and they don't think about the other people that are involved in what's going on, you know, with them. So that is like a scary thing to like think about. Is like, okay, when you blindly go into any relationship or friendship with anybody, whether it is an influencer, whether it is someone that has no idea what you do, whether it's someone that was a fan before they met you or something like that, you have to really dig and think about the fact that I'm not always going to be treated how I would treat that person.
And I don't like that though.
Yeah, I don't like that either, but it's something that I've had to come to peace with. Not everyone's going to think the way I do.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can do is explain your side and be like, this is why I think this way.
Yeah.
And see how they take it, you know?
That's true. But me, I'm getting old. I don't got time for the fake. I cut a bitch off quick.
No, yeah.
Excuse my language. It's the truth. You can look at me all you want. I already got a man. So listen, as long as you hand me the scissors.
Let's rolling.
Cut the cursing out.
This is Tipsy Tuesday. We're getting tipsy. What are you saying? This is 18 and plus. Cindy, add the 18 plus over there.
I can't. I won't get ads.
I used to have that mindset of like, you know, I'll tell you how I feel and then we could talk about it. I did that before and then the person did the same thing again. And it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I don't have time for that. And I feel like some people don't understand that literally you have years of life to live. Why spend it around people that are not pouring into your life? When a friend doesn't pour into your life in a positive way, it's something that you peep from the get. That person's only gonna change for a moment, and they're gonna continue with the bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, babe, but that's just how, you know. they're gonna continue with the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I feel as though, especially as an influencer, some people don't want you to surpass them. And that's just the gag of it all. Because at the end of the day, we could all sit here and be like, kumbaya, and women love each other and blah, blah, blah. It's a competitive world.
It is.
And that's just the reality of things. Everybody is competing against each other because guess what? From the age that you're a kid, your parents have been teaching you what to do, compete. So then that becomes a problem because you're trying to make friends and you're not trying to compete with the person, but that person might be competing with you.
In their head.
In their, and that just messes up the entire thing.
I think the problem is with it though is the narrative of competing really comes with black women.
Yeah.
When you see the Caucasian or anyone that is basically not of color, anyone that's not of color that is an influencer, you'll see they're like, not only are they pretty much all at the top, but they're all friends. They're all really close.
So, and you know, I think I'm starting to think it's only like I don't want to say only American influencers, but it's majority.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
The UK influencers are the dopest.
They're very close to each other. Yeah.
Ever like.
I've
talked to a couple of them. I talked to Amina, Brini Lee, like so sweet. Like they're so like genuine, and it's just like good vibes.
Yeah.
Like good. Like I feel like if I go to London, I would have the best freaking time because influencers, especially the black influencers, are so united, and it's like they like bounce ideas of each other, and there's no competition. There's no bad blood. From what I see, there isn't that.
I know they are very tight knit with each other, and I just wish that was also the case for influencers here. Yeah, because like for the ones I know, like the bigger ones, like Auntie Jackie, Jackie Ina, amazing.
Jackie
Alyssa and her sister Arnell, they're cool. Yeah, like, but it sucks because it's like those are some of the ones that I can name off the top of my head that I know are at the top.
Right.
That, you know, Miss Rosh Posh.
Yeah. Monica Stalmu.
Yeah, like,
those type of people.
but if you notice.
What?
I don't know if I really want to get into the light skin, dark skin thing. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think you should.
I really don't know.
You can always edit it once you watch it.
I don't know if I want to pull that card out every time.
But I believe that honestly, we could keep trying to put a blanket on the whole light skin, dark skin thing but people can see it. It's something that's definitely been brought up a couple of times. Like I watched, Troy's TV. I love me some Troy's TV. But I watched Troy's TV and he's also said that a lot of influencers are at the top. Versus the ones they get more opportunity, they're getting paid more. You know what I'm saying? It's very unjust.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that I don't believe that it should affect you.
It doesn't affect me.
I don't think it should affect upcoming influencers. That's our skin tone. The reason being an influencer, right? A lot of people do not understand that you could influence people. But you don't have to influence people only on social media. You could always start a business. And people are going to always support you. Because that influence is already there. You could the best thing I would always say is pour into your community. Meaning bring positivity out.
Yes.
And no matter what color you are, no matter what the system tries to do to bring you down, you just keep pushing. You have to work twice as hard than any other. You know what I'm saying? We could try to act fake and be like, oh, well, there's no light skin, dark skin. It really is because I've seen a lot of basic excuse my language, but a lot of basic ass light skin influencers that don't even put in half the work. A lot of this darker influencers do. And it doesn't make sense how they're getting this many view counts and then you see a darker influencer that is funny, that does put in quality videos. I know a lot of
and just to be clear, no one is talking about anybody specific.
We're not doing any of that. But I do know a lot of brown skin influencers that I believe deserve more, attention, recognition and stuff. And it seems like there's literally like a cap. I mean, those are a lot of
that's what I was trying to say earlier. It's like I feel like the audience tries to pull this. There can only be one at the top. Even when there are friendships on social media,
they'll be like they'll be looking for beef.
They'll be looking for what is what they can
pull out of
them, what they can think that these influencers like, oh, this one's better than the other because of this one's better than the other because of this, and then they'll kind of pit these people against each other, and it's, I don't know, it's pretty sad.
I feel like, and I don't even think it's only on social media. I don't think it's only on like social media and YouTube. It happens in the music industry. It happens in fashion. Like it's just always like they're always
black girls. There can only be a few
that doesn't make no damn sense.
Yeah.
Like, why is our race the only one that does that? It doesn't make sense to me. And then it affects the generation that's coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to, with this career, influencing, this career could be something that could definitely benefit future kids that are coming up. If influencing does, I think it's gonna stay. I don't think anybody.
It's not going anywhere. I think it keeps increasing.
Yeah, it's gonna keep getting better.
Like I said, these are the next like big celebrities.
Yes, exactly. So like the kids that are coming in, I want them to be able to like see this as their job.
Yeah.
But also not compete with each other.
Yeah.
And I always believe like when it comes to influencing, it's always good to have at least one or two good friends.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things that you're not gonna know about that you can tell them. You can teach them. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with influencing, it's you can literally, you can go on YouTube and search how to make money on YouTube. You're never gonna find out.
People don't like to release their secrets.
You're never gonna find out.
Nope.
You can't search Google. It's only an influencer that can tell you how to make money, and it's literally like that. It's word of mouth. Like, because I know her, I'm pretty sure there's information we will exchange with each other.
We've exchanged so much information. I've exchanged information with Chizzy, Ashley,
so many people, so many people, and it's because we have to talk to each other and communicate with each other. So with influencing, if you don't know nobody, or if you're not friends with any of these influencers, it's gonna be hard.
Reach out, because there's always someone that like there will be a few celebrities, influencers that might not even read your message. You know what I mean? Like I can't get to every single message, and I can't reach out to every single person that reaches out to me. But you never know who could like at least click with you. Because one thing I will say is that even though like technically, me and Ashley were just talking about this. Technically, as influencers, we are co-workers.
Yeah, we are.
Technically, we are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta look at it in the workplace. Yeah. Not every co-worker gets along with everybody. You're not gonna get along with. You're not gonna get along with everybody.
And that is my thing. That's why I get upset when people like try to say, "Why aren't you friends with this person?" And it's like, bro, we're just not friends. We don't click no more. Like that's just what it is. It's not that deep. Stop trying to look for something that is
not
that deep.
Only that, but like, is it your business?
No,
like, is it
mind
really
the
your
business that pays you?
I always be saying that, man.
Mind the business that pays you.
If you don't see someone on somebody's channel, if you don't see that person follow that person, it's not that deep. You don't have to follow that person.
Do you remember the person you were beefing with in middle school? Exactly. So in 10 years, when you grow up, you're not going to think about this person. Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is the truth.
It's not gonna matter. It really is not gonna matter.
You just have to move forward.
I have to think about it like this: the content that I'm putting out, does that have anything to do with it?
No.
Do my friendships have anything to do with the content I'm putting out?
No.
That's why I started this new series, Tipsy Tuesday, because I wanted everything that I talk about on my channel.
Right.
If I'm gonna talk about something, I want it to count towards something.
Right.
I want someone to take something away from that video, or I want someone to feel like, dang, Cindy, I needed that video.
Right.
And every single Tipsy Tuesday I put out, I've gotten that response. Right. You know, like I know I started off my channel on that tip. Like I wanted to bring people knowledge. That was my main purpose of starting my channel. I wanted to do professional interviews with black professionals in different careers. I wanted to do panels discussing like social issues, especially in the black community. I wanted to serve the people. Right. I feel like I veered away from that.
That's honestly, that's basically what.
And now I'm coming back. Yeah,
that's basically what I love about, because it's, sometimes I do sit down and I'm just like, what is the point of it? Like, honestly, I used to be like, what is the point of it? But I have to understand that I have to be a model to black women.
Yes.
I have to be a model to black girls. A lot of girls don't think they're going to get married. And a lot of girls, don't think they're pretty enough to get married, or they're never gonna find the right person. And I want them to see me and be like, yo, she's young, she's beautiful, she has a good looking man. She has life worked out for her, and that's what it is. I did not have a silver
That's
spoon
another
in my mouth.
importance of being an influencer.
You have to influence people for the positive.
No matter what you're doing, someone is going to look up for you for something. I remember one time someone I was like having an argument, was like, you're not a role model, you're not inspirational.
But you are.
I know.
You are a girl. Listen, you have to think about it. Out of all odds, you created a channel, right, to showcase your talent. You were in school, so you took people through that journey, and now you're going into adulthood.
Yeah.
So you're taking people along that journey with you, and you're influencing young girls that are probably in your same shoe. Every influencer influences somebody. No matter how big you are, no matter how small you are, somebody can take a piece from you and learn something from you. Yeah. So you could be a stripper.
Yeah.
And people gonna watch your stuff because guess what? You're influencing somebody to go buy those shoes, them stripper shoes, because she wants to be a stripper. It is what it is. But every influencer has an influence. That's why we are who we are. And people could get mad and be like, I remember when Instagram was shut down, people were like, oh my God,
all the Instagram influencers, they're screaming right now. They're shook right now. Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
And guess what? And it starts running the next day. Just like at work, you could get fired from work.
People can let go. There could be.
You could also, you know what I'm saying? And social media could be gone. It is what it is. It's give or take. But right now, we take it. So, influencing is, people try to really shun it. Don't let people shun you from doing it. If you want to be an influencer, do it. You should do it.
But also be ready for what is to come.
Exactly. But go in there with a strong mind. I feel like I became really, really strong.
Same.
Through social media.
Like, I have changed a lot through being an influencer.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna cry this week, y'all know, because this is a touchy subject. But I've changed a lot.
You become numb.
Yeah.
You become numb.
Yeah.
You become numb to
I think that's
shit.
the sad part about it.
Yeah.
Because I think that in my becoming numb, I think people kind of, like my family, I know, has seen a difference in me. I'm not as bubbly and stuff as I used to be.
Don't cry. It's okay. But that's the thing. You just have to honestly, you just have to have a strong shield.
You're gonna be hit a lot of times.
Yeah, I remember when I used to get comments. I remember when people used to be like, "Oh, is she fat?" Or they'll be like, "Oh no, she's not. Oh, is she pregnant? Oh, her titties are too big." And I got my body done, and I love it. I love it so much, honestly. But not to be like that. But I became to not give a not to care. I stopped giving a fuck what people thought about me because of social media. Yeah, I got it done, but I got it done for myself because I thought my boobs were too big for my small ass anyway. But it made me really strong because I'm like, it's just words. They can't really affect me. And as long as I love me, who the hell is another human being?
I'm still getting there.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's gonna come. And I feel like
I'm still getting there.
how old are you?
23.
She's 20. I'm 26.
Yeah.
So you have a long way to go.
I know I do.
To get to this level. But I really don't care who fucks with me.
Yeah.
And you don't have to like me. And you don't have to bang with me. But guess what? I'm still gonna be me. And there's nothing a human being can do. The only person that can smite me down is God. So if you don't have that power, why should I care about what your words have to do with me? You understand what I'm saying? So I do believe that you just have to tunnel vision. Shut all the noise out.
It's hard to tunnel vision.
It is hard.
Because if you see me on Twitter, right? Some people might notice I changed my name to Hedgehog because I saw a comment somewhere that said, "Oh, Cindy's not even an 8 at best. She looks like a hedgehog."
I actually begged with that she did that.
You said what?
I begged with that she did that. I really begged with that because it's like you taking that word that they said about you and you, okay, and so what? If I look like a hedgehog, I know you look like a hippo. So it's just like
I didn't say that,
but I did. But you can sit there and anybody can sit there and chat shit. But guess what? You don't pay a bill. You feel me? Like if you don't pay my bill, so I don't care what you say. And another way I stopped that was I took off my notification on all my apps.
Yeah, I did that. That's the first thing I did when I blew up. The first thing I did.
Took it all off. It helps so much because people are always gonna talk shit. Like that's what they do. They don't have anything better else to do, so they're gonna talk shit. And it is what it is. Like if people can hate on Jesus, who are you? Like they're gonna talk about you.
That's true.
And
I'm not Jesus.
But. You know exactly, but they're gonna talk about you. And I feel like that's one thing I learned as an influencer is like once I started getting hate and thumbs down, I was just like, bro, I have to build up a like tough skin. Like honestly, and like even with the boobs thing, when people were like, I was doing a trial haul. People were like, oh my gosh, her boobs are so big. Well, mind you, I already wanted to get a breast reduction, but I felt like once they were attacking that. So it hit a nerve, and I was crying, and I had to like get myself together and be like, you know what, Susan, it is what it is. Like they talking about your titties, get it fixed. You already want to get it done anyway, so you might as well do it. And then after you got it done, what else they gonna say? Okay, that's what I thought. And it is what it is. Like people gonna talk, they gonna chat shit, and that's it. And that's why you know when people go on the internet and they're like, oh my gosh, all these plastic girls and all these girls with their BBLs. It's like you guys are the product. They're the product of your words. Like it's because of all the mean stuff you say. They go and get those things done, and then you sit there and you still bash them. So then that person's like, so I mean,
I never win.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lose-lose situation. So why should you even care what they think in the first place? You know? Yeah. So I don't know. Like social media is different. Like honestly, I don't think anybody will ever get you ready for it because there's no course. There's no course.
Point. Yeah, no one will ever get you ready for the hate. Or the
love or everything.
Because the love can be overwhelming too. It can be very overwhelming.
Oh yeah, I shut down.
Yeah, to know that so many people are watching you and so many people admire you, you kind of like get kind of frozen. Because it's like, okay, the next thing I do, I can't disappoint.
No, I that's the thing. And you know what? I do love that people love your genuine self because growing up, I didn't get that. I felt like I was really, like growing up, I was bad. I was a really bad girl. Like I was out. I used to like party all the time. So a lot of people used to be like, oh, Susan's bad, especially the Nigerians, because I was so different and I acted like an African American. Like I was very like Americanized, like hood music, all that. Like you know, I'm from the DMV, so you know, DMV stand up. But yeah, I used to be really wild. So people didn't used to like me or accept me, and I always was looking for acceptance and friends and stuff like that.
Same.
So once I started doing YouTube, and then I started to build a community, and I saw how much like people that didn't really know me like that really loved me and like cared about my relationship and wanted good for me. It chokes you up.
It does.
Because it's like, whoa, they don't even know me and they like support me and they want me to win so bad. And it makes you feel good. So
makes you feel good, but for me, I know it was hard for me because I was like, because I have like a handful of friends that you know I mess with, but I never really had a sense of community growing up, or even like now, like I don't have like a sense of community. Like I can go and I have a group of friends, or
I used to want that as a kid.
I always wanted that.
I've always wanted that. Me too.
Yeah.
I've always wanted
like
a group of girls and we'd be like, let's go.
Yeah, I always wanted it to be like if I threw a function tomorrow, right? I know the whole city would show up because everybody fucked with me. Yeah, I've always wanted that because I've seen it with so many other people.
And I always wonder what they do to get so much
so I would do everything to like try and appease these same people and you know try and fit in for.
Yeah, I think I did that in high school. And you know what? So I feel like a lot of influencers are like that.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot.
Yeah, I know a lot of influencers got bullied because they were doing what they were doing. They were different or whatever.
Yeah,
like them.
The cast of stone, basically. That's basically what it is. I feel like a lot of influencers are like, because I used to be like that. Like, nobody wanted to hang out with me. Nobody wanted to be my friend. Yeah. I used to get into fights all the time because people used to bully me.
I've never fight.
In the DMV, you gonna fight. They used to bully me, like, pick on me. Like, it was really bad. But then it toughens you up, and then you turn into this badass bitch. Like, and that's one thing I do respect from where I'm from, is that it taught me to also be this badass bitch. Don't let anybody come and shake you. Don't let anybody make you down. None of that. And and I feel like my man too. Like I feel like my man pours pours that
as he's supposed to.
And that that's another thing. Like when you're doing influencing, it's always good to have like either a super cool best friend that supports everything that you do, or like a really really good man or a good girl if you're into that. But you know what I'm saying? Like you need that because it's different. The money's good.
It can get good.
The money can get.
But some months it can be good, some months it can be bad.
But like they said, the love of money is the root of all evil. So the more money you make on this, the more sacrifices will have to be made.
The taller your grass gets, the more snakes appear.
Yeah. And it gets really crazy. And it gets really crazy. And and even with social media, I remember one of my friends, she's an influencer, and she was telling me she had to unfollow like this one influencer because every day is Gucci, Chanel, Prada, and all that stuff. And you've seen people like buying that, and you think, do I have to do that? And
to fit in with them.
To fit in with them. But I feel like you have to have a strong mind because those people, you don't know what they're dealing with. And a lot of like, especially with social media, it's all fake body. I'm it's like Chanel's and G-Wagon, and you're looking at them like, damn, like I want to aspire to that. And we forget that we're humans. We are sent to this world for other things. Yeah. G-Wagons and turning up.
Not everything's supposed to be materialistic.
It's not supposed to be materialistic. And I feel like we are a very, very materialistic generation. And it's sad. It's really sad, honestly.
But that's why it's our job as influencers to kind of change the narrative and just live.
Exactly.
I think people just get lost in being an influencer, and you get lost in the glitz and glam of it all, and getting free hair, getting free clothes and everything.
Free everything.
So you spend your money on things like that you don't need.
And the thing about it is that if honestly you want to know my dreams?
What's up?
The first $20,000 I make, I want to open up a restaurant.
Oh, that's dope.
I want generational wealth. I don't want I look at Beyonce and Jay-Z as aspiration. I know some people might not like that, but to see the accolades they have, because they're also influencers. They are influencers in their own rights. But to see that they took music and flipped it in so many business ventures, and I feel like as influencers on YouTube, if you see that and try to capitalize off your talent and the influence that you have, you can make stupid money.
Look at Blame It on Quay.
Stupid money.
It's some restaurant now.
In Houston. And people gonna just know that every single day he's making something.
Yeah.
And that's just pocket money. You know what I'm saying? Like
one day you want your money to work for you.
You want your money. You want to be. One thing I heard from Dame Dash, right? He said that most of these YouTubers, all they need to do is get popular and then create a product and then just be chilling poolside and letting their money just roll in. Yeah. That's what it is. That is what it is. So I don't think you should get discouraged about being an influencer. I just think you need to be woke.
Be woke and be
and don't expect no handout because ain't nobody gonna help you with nothing.
That part, don't feel entitled to a handout.
Ain't nobody gonna help you with nothing.
Because you gotta remember, like,
they trying to do this too.
Even if your best friend is Oprah, you gotta remember Oprah had to do something.
What she had to do.
She had to do something to what she had to do to be where she is now. So you can't expect just because someone is at some type of height that you're automatically going to get that foot in the door.
It's not going to happen. You have to put in your own work.
You have to put in your own work.
No matter what. And I feel like, even with influence, I feel like I learn more on the micro influence when I do more than the bigger influencers. Like, I know a couple of big influencers, and I don't think they've given me as much insight as like the
people like around like my numbers-ish.
Yeah, there's some people that I gain stuff from. But honestly, a lot of influencers are dope. And it's such a cool job to have. Yeah. And I feel like I'm grateful. I know Cindy is grateful about being an influencer.
I am.
Even with the bad stuff, it's like
I am like that. That is one thing that I did want to say is I wouldn't trade this job for anything in the world because I think this is a great stepping stone for what I want to do in the future. Mm-hmm. For me wanting to be a psychologist in the future, I think there's a great stepping stone. Mm-hmm. Me being able to talk to different people, learn stuff from different people, network with different people, and stuff like that. Like throughout all the bad, there is more good.
It's good.
Yeah, there is more good.
I feel like if I wasn't an influencer, I probably wouldn't have met Cindy. And
No, yeah, we
so,
wouldn't
you know
have
what's
met
so
each other.
crazy?
Yeah, you meet so many cool people.
So many cool and good people. As the bad that's in it, there's a lot of goods in it, and the people are pretty dope. And honestly,
the free stuff is cool too.
The free stuff is actually pretty amazing.
I'll say that, you know, just to get that out of the way, because I know people are gonna be okay, but you guys got a lot of free stuff. You know,
the free stuff is pretty cool.
Stuff is cool, yeah.
But I feel like the learning period of it as you get older is pretty awesome, because 4 years ago when I was 24, I think I was like you a little bit. Like I was very like really sweet, really nice, really like, oh, you know, you're sending me friends. Once I hit 25, I said, oh my God, this is what it is. Yeah. And then when 26 hit, I was like, I do not want to bring negativity into my life. Yeah. And I don't care how many numbers somebody has. I'm not gonna stoop down that low. You know what I'm saying? So being an influencer is quite the journey.
It's the journey, but you know,
I love it. As a creative, it's pretty dope. Yeah. And the thing about it is that I don't know. I really like it. I really do though.
Yeah, I love it. And there's no buts about it. Like I love it. But you really got to analyze like whether that's for you or not.
Because everybody can be an influencer.
Not everybody.
Child, oh my God.
Not everybody is meant to do everything. Like I know. You know, your mom told you when you were young that you can be.
Baby girl, that ain't it.
You can be anything you want to be,
but
just
it
know
ain't it.
Not everybody is meant to be everything.
Just like, you know, they say school is not for everybody.
It isn't. Yeah.
Rapping ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's being an influencer is not for everybody. Yeah. Like my little sister, she said she wants to be a nurse, and I was like, don't you want to like start your own business? She was like, nope, it's not for me. And I was like, I respect that.
Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone wants to be a self-made millionaire. Not everybody wants that.
No, I'm so yeah.
But on that note, I haven't even finished my per usual.
I can't even see what is going on this screen. The way this wine is hidden is on a different level.
It is good wine.
It's really good.
It is good wine. But on that note, that is it for today's Tipsy Tuesday, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. All of Susan's information will be in the description box down below. And comment down below if you want to see her back on my channel as well.
Yes. Well, no, she's leaving, so I probably won't be back.
Yes, you will. Eventually. I mean, I got to come home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas.
Thanksgiving is a couple of months.
Exactly. Oh my God. Don't December. You forgot. We have a.
Okay.
I'll take all that. You know.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in to Tipsy Tuesday with me and Cindy.
And that channel.
Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing from this channel.
So guys, like this video if you liked it. Comment down below what you liked about it and subscribe to my channel.
And also comment down below if you always wanted to be an influencer.
Comment down below what your thoughts about being an influencer was before this video, and comment down below what your thoughts are on it afterwards, because you know, I know we dropped a lot of tea that a lot of people do not speak about on here on this platform. Yeah. So I hope we helped somebody. If you guys were looking for that, I hope you guys you know, took some words from this, and you know, we'll see you guys in the next video. So make sure to stay blessed and beautiful, and I love you so much, gems. Smooches.
Bye. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Hit me up.